Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. I apologize, I haven't been able to film the last week or so. I've been feeling sick, pregnancy and whatnot, but I feel fine today and I thought that now would be a really good time for me to film this video. If you want to know about today's eyeshadow look, or today's look in general, I can cover it very quickly for you here. Mainly I used the Norns palette from Udens Eye. This is the older formulation. I've been tempted to get the new one, basically since they released it. I think they reformulated some of the troublemaking shades, and they also repackaged in their standard pan sizes and shapes. It's really pretty. And there's something about the uniformity because then it would match all of my others of this size. Anyway, let me tell you what I did for today's look. I started with this through the whole crease and all the way up to my brow. I deepened with these two shades together. I used this for most of the lid space, and then I went into the beautiful Dragon Eye palette from What's Up Beauty, and I took this shade right here and I kind of put it on the edge of my finger, started at the inner corner and arched upward. And that's pretty much the look. On the lower lash line, what did I do? Oh, I took this a little bit in the inner corner just to buff out my primer that was still kind of visible there, and then I put this on the lower lash line, and then I took a tiny dabble, I took a tiny dabble of Magic right here, and I kind of put that on the lower lash line-ish. I might be forgetting one, but that's the gist of the look. I do have mascara on. I've got purple in my waterline, and on my lips, I have a little bit of blush from the Spring Magic blush palette from Unearthly, and on my lips I'm wearing the Italia Deluxe liner in 1042 Dusty Rose and my Glow Reviver lip oil from e.l.f. in Jam Session. So that's everything. But let's get to today's video. So, you know that I have been contemplating leaving YouTube, taking a break, not sure what that's going to look like, and if it's going to be permanent or just a hiatus or what. And today's video is going to be probably the beginning of the hiatus. That's what I'm expecting, and I want to talk to you guys about that. I have gotten so many comments in the first video where I shared my plans, and then subsequent videos. People are just so kind. I've gotten so many amazing and really beautiful comments, understanding, encouraging, supporting, please don't go, lots of the please don't goes. It's been gratifying and heartwarming, and I really feel like I guess I've made a little bit of a difference here. I've seriously considered or reconsidered my decision. Actually, I've thought about, and I've taken people's suggestions into consideration. I've thought about just doing daily shorts where I show you today's eyeshadow look and recap what I did like a while I was out, except a daily version. I've thought about just backing off and not even committing to a schedule, just posting when I can. I've considered doing lives, which I'd never thought of before, but somebody said, hey, if you do lives, then you don't have to worry about editing at all. Each of these was really good suggestions, but I came to realize that for this hobby, this YouTube hobby, we'll say, not even eyeshadow, just YouTube specifically, I have been putting in 100% in time, detail, attention to detail, prioritizing filming over other things, even emotional investment, because it's a little bit of a video diary. I don't share a lot of personal details, but I do share feelings and thoughts and experiences. I know I did a video like a tribute to my father. I did a tribute to my husband's grandfather, who was the patriarch of the family. And I think that if I even just back off a little bit or take any of those suggestions and spread myself a little thinner, then the 100% that I've been putting in is going to dim. Whatever it is that I'm bringing to the table, whatever presence I can contribute to your world, is not going to be as vibrant. And I think that the atmosphere of my channel will shift, and maybe over time the content and even possibly viewer satisfaction will begin to suffer and decline. I've already lost a handful of subscribers when I mentioned that I was going to be taking a hiatus. And I kind of understand that, because you don't want to have to always be wondering and going back to a channel, hey, what's this person doing? They haven't uploaded in a while. I wonder what's happening. People like consistency and commitment. I know I do. YouTube has been a great place, a great platform for me to join in, build community, support others, learn a skill, express my creativity. But Ecclesiastes reminds me that there is a season for everything and a time for every purpose under heaven. As you know, I'm pregnant with baby number 4. And as I look at my life, I think that I need to just reclaim some healthy habits and balance. And one of those big things, I believe, is screen time. Hannah Louise Poston shared a video recently where she was talking about how she had learned to control what she calls shopping behaviors. And even though she was no longer purchasing things, she wasn't doing the actual shopping anymore, she found that she was still doing shopping behaviors in the things that she was doing online, window shopping and scrolling and comparing and looking at all the different pattern or color options and sizes and thinking, oh, what might I need for the next season? And none of this led to actual purchases because she had claimed control over that side of things, but she found that she was putting a lot of time into just the behaviors that lead or contribute towards a shopping addiction that she was conquering, basically. And one of the things she mentioned was that this led to dissatisfaction, frustration, discontent. And something that she said, let me quote exactly for you. She said, "Screen time is such a sinkhole and it's so addictive. And I think over time that really impacts the quality of your presence with other people and consequently affects your ability to spend meaningful time and build meaningful relationships with the people that you care about." Screen time for me is the least productive time I spend. In fact, I do very little real work on screens, and I find that the more time I spend on screens in my life, the more cranky I become, short-tempered with other people, less patient overall, and life starts to feel kind of rushed and hurried. And I want to set a tone of calm in my household. I remember hearing some years ago that we should strive to be thermostats, not thermometers. And the idea behind this is that a thermometer reads the temperature in the room. Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it somewhere in the middle? Just reading the atmosphere. But a thermostat sets the temperature. It determines if it's too warm, we're going to cool things down. If it's too cold, we're going to amp up the heat a little bit and bring it to more comfortable atmosphere situation, And so if you are a thermostat, you are setting the tone for the space around you. And I want to be a thermostat. Lately, I visited some other homes and they felt very frenetic and rushed and hurried and noisy and just kind of chaotic. And I don't want that to be my home. I want my home to be peaceful and calm. And I think that this needs to be done very intentionally. And personally speaking, because I know the effect it has on me, I think that screens get in the way. In order to fully embrace the next chapter of my life with 4 children, homeschooling, homemaking, building a business, spending quality time with my husband, I think I need to step away from YouTube and focus on crafting with intention the home and the life that I want my children to inhabit and remember. My mom taught my siblings and I to look at life and decisions and whatnot through the lens of good, better, best. And I think that YouTube has been better for me, but it's time to release it so that I can make space for what's best. I hope that I am expressing myself well. I'm sure that I've forgotten a point or two, but overall, I just want to thank you, each and every one of you. Over and over again, you guys have clicked on my thumbnails and given me a piece of your day. You have showed up to encourage and support. You've shared preferences and likes and dislikes and little pieces of your own lives. I mean, I know some of your pets' names and your family members and how many children and grandkids you have. It's wonderful. I know the names and handles of so many subscribers. Over the years, I've seen you come up over and over and over again because you just consistently arrive and you comment and you show support and kindness and love to myself and others. We live in kind of a messy and uncertain world, sometimes worse than others, and sometimes it's just enough to reach across the boundary lines of geography and culture and politics and beliefs and just connect with other people. Just share a little bit of life. And it has been a gift to share this with you. I pray that I was able to uplift you guys with more than just makeup, but maybe little nuggets of truth for life or marriage or parenting, or honestly, maybe just some joy and some hope and love. People have said that they came for the eyeshadow, but then they stayed for me. And I'm so grateful that I've been able to make meaningful content that has enriched your lives, because, it really has enriched mine too. I've been on YouTube for over 3.5 years, and I have published more than 620 videos. Again, I don't know if this hiatus will end up being a permanent stop or if I'll come back at a later time, but all of my content will remain active so that you guys can go back and watch any old videos that you might want to see. My channel will remain public as far as I'm able to control. I think the only thing that would take it down is if the Google account associated with it is inactive for 2 years. And that's not going to happen because I think it's my primary email. I don't remember, but anyway, I'll keep the channel alive. And if you check the description box, I'm going to link as many playlists as I can. I think I'll be able to fit all of them. I just don't know for sure. Anyway, I think that's about all I can say. I mean, I could sit here and get blubbery on you, but that's not going to help anyone. And hopefully I expressed my feelings well enough that I've gotten the point across, and you guys know how thankful I am for all of you and for what you've given to me and for what this hobby has given to me as well. I want to leave you with a blessing. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord lift his countenance upon you and give you peace, and give you peace. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Be gracious. The Lord be gracious, gracious unto you. Amen. 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 Goodbye.